January 1st, 2026, the first day of the new year, and two of the world's largest economies made announcements that couldn't be more different. The United States, preparing more tariffs, higher barriers, closed doors. China, 935 tariff cuts, lower barriers, open doors. I'm documenting this from Cambodia, positioned perfectly between both economic systems. And what I'm watching isn't just about tariffs. It's about two completely opposite strategic visions for global trade. Let me show you what happened while Western media barely covered it. Chapter 1. What China just did December 29th, 2025. China announces its 2026 tariff adjustment plan. Effective date, January 1st, 2026, yesterday. The headline, 935 product categories will have reduced import tariffs, but the details matter. This isn't random, this is strategic. What gets tariff cuts? Advanced technology components, semiconductors, specialized manufacturing equipment, high-tech materials that Chinese companies need to move up the value chain, green energy materials, solar panel components, battery technology materials, electric vehicle parts, everything needed for the energy transition, medical equipment and healthcare supplies, advanced diagnostic equipment, pharmaceutical ingredients, biotechnology materials. This is China saying, we want the best technology, the best materials, the best inputs from anywhere in the world, and we're making it cheaper to bring them here. But there's more. China announces zero tariffs for 43 least developed countries, completely free trade access to the Chinese market, and preferential tariff treatment for 34 trading partners under free trade agreements. That includes ASEAN. That includes Cambodia. This is strategic openness, not isolation, not protectionism, strategic integration with the developing world and regional partners. Chapter 2. What the U.S. is doing. Meanwhile, the United States. President Trump continues threatening higher tariffs on China, on India, on Europe, on trading partners worldwide. The messaging, tariffs protect American industry, make America competitive again, bring manufacturing home. The reality from where I sit in Cambodia, American goods are becoming more expensive here while Chinese goods are becoming cheaper. Cambodia uses both US dollars and Chinese yuan. We trade with both. We're invested in by both. But the tariff strategies are pushing us in one clear direction. Chinese technology, getting cheaper to import, Chinese manufacturing equipment, preferential tariff treatment through ASEAN, Chinese green energy products, lower barriers. American products, same tariffs or higher. No preferential treatment expansion, no strategic openings. The competitive math is simple. Chapter 3. The Observer Effect. This is what I call the observer effect. Your position determines what you can observe and how you interpret it. From Washington, D.C., tariffs are necessary. They protect American workers. They level the playing field against Chinese subsidies. They bring manufacturing back home. From Beijing, we're opening our market strategically. We're attracting the best technology and inputs from everywhere. We're building deeper relationships with the developing world and regional partners. From Phnom Penh, Cambodia, Chinese investment is accelerating here because they're lowering barriers. We're seeing more Chinese factories, more Chinese technology transfer, more Chinese trade financing. American investment? Limited and getting more complicated. All three observations are accurate from their respective positions, but only one position can see all three perspectives clearly. Cambodia sits at the intersection. We use dollar and yuan. We trade with both. We're courted by both. We can see what each strategy actually produces in real-world results, and the results are becoming very clear. Chapter 4. What this means for Cambodia. Let me get specific about what happened yesterday for Cambodia. We're part of ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. China has a free trade agreement with ASEAN that includes preferential tariff treatment. January 1st, those preferences expanded under China's new tariff plan. What does this mean practically? Cambodian businesses importing Chinese manufacturing equipment, lower costs. Cambodian factories buying Chinese technology components, better prices. Cambodian renewable energy projects sourcing Chinese solar panels and batteries, reduced tariffs. The economic gravity is pulling Southeast Asia toward deeper integration with China, not because of political pressure, because of economic math. Meanwhile, American businesses wanting to invest in Cambodia face complex regulations, higher equipment costs due to US tariffs on Chinese manufacturing tools, less competitive positioning. I'm not making a political statement. I'm describing observable economic reality from the ground. Chapter 5. The Strategic Competition. This is what great power competition looks like in 2026. It's not just military. It's not just diplomatic. It's about which economic model attracts more countries into its orbit. The American model. Protect domestic industry with tariffs. Reduce dependence on foreign supply chains. Bring manufacturing back home. Build walls. The Chinese model. Open strategically to attract global inputs. Build deeper trade relationships with developing world. Create economic dependencies that benefit China. Build networks. Which strategy is winning in Southeast Asia? Walk around Phnom Penh. Count the construction projects. Check who's financing the new port. See who built the new highways. Look at which countries' businesses are expanding here. The evidence is everywhere. China's strategy of strategic openness is attracting investment, building relationships, and creating economic integration across the developing world. America's strategy of tariff protection is creating distance, reducing competitiveness, and limiting presence in the fastest-growing markets on Earth. Chapter 6. Why Western media missed this. China announcing 935 tariff cuts on January 1st should have been major news. It wasn't. Why? Because Western media focuses on Western markets. If it doesn't affect American or European consumers directly, it's not a headline. But this affects 3 billion people across Asia, Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East. China is building the largest free trade network in history, while the United States builds walls. And most Americans don't even know it's happening. This is exactly why I'm documenting from Cambodia. I can read Bloomberg and Wall Street Journal to understand the Western narrative. Then I can walk outside and see the actual implementation of Chinese strategy on the ground. The gap between narrative and reality is enormous. Conclusion. So let me bring this back to January 1st, 2026. 2 announcements, same day. United States, higher tariffs, more barriers, America first, China, 935 tariff cuts, strategic openness, global integration. I'm watching from Cambodia. We're benefiting from China's approach while watching America's approach reduce its presence here. This isn't about politics. This is about economic strategy. One country is building walls. The other is building networks. One country is reducing its global economic footprint. The other is expanding it. And from my position between both systems, I can see which strategy is winning in the developing world. The wealth transfer continues, not through force, through economic gravity. Subscribe for daily observations from between both systems. Tomorrow, I'll introduce you to another company most Americans have never heard of that's dominating globally, Cambodia Observer. See you tomorrow.